All right, guys, you ready for some poolside pork chops? Well, that's what Chef and I are gonna do today. We're gonna show you how to make the best pork chops you've ever had. First day of summer's coming up, and I know what that means. Time to fire up that grill.
Fire the grill up.
Let's get cooking on these pork chops, baby. And what these are Mangalisa Duroc Cross pork chops. And what these are gonna do is gonna bring a really bright red color. The marbling inside the meat is gonna add flavor and moisture as we're cooking. And these are gonna have a very low melting point, so I'm not gonna trim this fat off. This fat is gonna be cooked down, rendered.
Leave that fat.
And probably the treat of the whole chop. All right, first off, real simple. These chops don't need any binder or anything. That fat from the outside is gonna go ahead and do that for us. And the first thing you do is you take your lid off. You know that move by now, don't you, Chef?
You have to.
On a truffle chop, you can take your lid off. It's not gonna be overly salty. And I'm going to top it off with a little bit of all-in. So all-in's gonna have
a little more salt.
A little more salt content, some bigger black pepper, and just gonna perk that up just a little bit. All right, so those are ready to go in about 20-30 minutes. Let them sit. I got the grill running hot, like 500-600 degrees, like steak hot. We're gonna grill them, and then I've got the coals on one side. So if I wanna slow the cook down and start doing my little Baste deal, which I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and move them over to the other side and let that cook in a little bit without burning. Okay, because that Tennessee Red's got some sugar in it and everything. We don't want to get that burnt on the grill. We want it to caramelize, but not burn. All right, Chef, make your peach salsa. You know you're famous for this.
Peach and raspberry.
Peach and ras salsa.
With a little spice.
Nothing screams summer like a fresh peach.
Fresh peach, can't beat it. The peaches, you don't want them too soft. You want them a little firm for this. Otherwise they'll get smashed.
That's right, nobody likes a soggy peach. Squeezing the limes in. A little citrus, a little pop. That's gonna go well with that pork. Tell me about the difference between white and the green on the green onion. Like, I don't know where to start and stop, Chef.
Oh, the white's just a little stronger.
Is it stronger down there?
You may not want that. You may like it. Some people don't use it at all. Now we got our fresh basil. Just pulled this right out of Tim's garden.
Put a little bit in there.
Yeah, it should go really good with that. And
then
just
a little bit.
And then our ras.
You want the ras in there too?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're taking this thing over the top, aren't we?
We are.
A little too much, you think?
Yeah, maybe a little much. I think your all-in is going to do it.
Much. All right, guys, I've got the grill running super hot. It's steak hot, like 700 degrees. Like I can't, you know, the trick there, whatever that is. So what I'm gonna do is get a good sear on the outside first. It's not gonna take very long. You hear it? Got the sizz going. It's super hot, so don't walk away from this. And I don't shut the lid on when I do my sear. What I wanna do right now is strictly just get the outside looking cool, caramelizing, and just get that process, that crust started on my pork chop. And that's not gonna take very long. I've already got a little flare coming. Some of this fat from the pork chops dripping. I've got my fat bubbling up already. And this is all happening in like 20 seconds. So it's not gonna take long. So definitely don't walk away. So I'm gonna go ahead and check. Look at that. Already got my sizz going. You don't get that from a grocery store pork chop. You get that from a Mangalisa Marble Ridge pork chop. All right, while these chops are cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and get my baste ready. So I've got a pan, I've got 2 sticks of butter in here. Okay, I'm gonna set that on there so it starts melting. Come back and get my Tennessee Red. Now you can use your favorite beer, you can use Sundrop. That's about the only 2 things you can use for this. Kind of thin that down. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put some truffle chop in there. Work a little bit extra seasoning as we go with this butter. And I'll mix that around with my sauce brush. And I can't forget to check on these because look, they're moving quick. Yes, sir. That's all I need right there. I got that fat popping and sizzling and dancing. Now look, this is a good example of what I was trying to tell you here about not putting them on room temp. So look, I've got my sear, my char on the outside already, and that only took about 1.5 minutes on this hot grill. Okay, both sides. But look inside of here. See how that's still rare? That's still raw in there? That's what I want. Because I only want a quick sear. Now I want a slow cook. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna get the rainbow effect. You're gonna get a sear, you're gonna get overdone, like medium well, then you're gonna get medium, then you get medium rare in the middle, and back the other way. It's gonna be the rainbow effect, and I don't like that. I like medium from edge to edge on my chops, so that's why I'm doing it like this. So go ahead and move these over to the cooler side. So what I'm gonna do here is just start mopping these bad boys. I just wanna build flavor on them. You know what? This is bull crap. This is how I'm doing it. Yep, we're there. So we've been burning and turning and basting. Ooh, and look how pretty we're looking. And these are at about 135 right now, which is where I want to quit. I know pork's supposed to go to 145, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But you don't know me and you don't know my pork. I go to 130, 135. Look at that. Give them the final sizz, the final finishing touch. These guys are looking perfect. And the smells are coming out when it starts doing that. I can smell the brine, or the mop, I mean. That's that butter flaring up. All right, guys, check out the chops. We've got them done. We basted them. Beautiful looking chops. We got the right amount of char on the edge and the fat. We had it dancing. You saw that. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and plate these up. Is that okay, Chef?
Yes, put them on there.
Hit them like this. So hit us with your, what do you call that? Your salsa?
Fresh peach salsa.
Yep, fresh peach salsa with raspberry.
Got a little jalapeno in there for some kick.
Look at that. That screams summertime, if you ask me, Chef. Good job on that salsa. Amazing summertime dish. If you don't like that for the summer, then you don't know what you're doing. I'm sorry. All right, well, thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great first day of summer. Do this by the pool, do this in the backyard, on the patio, wherever you want to do it. But you got to do it like this. This is amazing. Really wasn't very hard. That only took about 30 minutes total. Yeah. Cook time was easy, the sauce was easy, but my golly, look at that. I love it.